lift the hips and start walking your dog. This is a level 2-3 class, so I'm assuming that most of you already know what downward facing dog is, but if you don't, and this is the first time that you do yoga, just follow my screen here. Basically, we're pushing away with the hands, the fingers are spread out like starfish, and what we want to do is lift our hips away from the hands, all right? So diagonally away from the hands. For a lot of us with tight hamstrings, this is what it's going to look like with lifted heels and bent knees, and that is totally fine. That is totally fine. Just be mindful that we still want to push away with our hands. Then lift the hips as much as you can. If you already have a practice and you have somewhat more mobility in your ankles and the Achilles, then you're going to bring the heels down and even lift your toes as you push away with your arms. This is also called an inverted V. So think about this being two straight lines, the hinge being at your hips. So from here, we're gonna start flowing slowly. We're gonna do a little bit more of the core before we do the flow, the Surya A, the sun salutation A. So we're gonna roll forwards to high plank. You can adjust your feet. All right, so this is what high plank looks like. Normally the hips are as high as the shoulders. Some people think that it should be like diagonally, but in fact in yoga we prefer to have our hips a little bit higher. The neck is long. This is high plank. Transition to downward facing dog. And we're gonna do this 10 times at your own pace. Inhale as we come into plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank, downward facing dog. Using the breath, inhale, exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank, exhale, down. Close your eyes, tuning in, noticing which muscles are being used right now. Can you activate the core to protect your back? Navel to spine. When things get tough, we tend to get more shallow breath, and it's exactly what we shouldn't do. All right, we're using our nose, so we're inhaling and exhaling with our nose. Thank you, Dimple. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing in as we come into plank, and do a few more. And when you are ready, we're gonna bring the knees down, bring the knees as wide as the mat, and let's just do a gentle child's pose, just to tune in, help us catch up with the breath a little bit. Things are about to get spicier and a little bit harder. So enjoy the peace, the calm before the hurricane. And then we come back onto tabletop. We're gonna lift the knees. We come back onto plank. And now we're gonna go into something we call chaturanga. All right, so chaturanga is when we lower the entire body in one piece and we actually hover. All right, so you see that my chest is not touching. So this is chaturanga, the neck is long. So let's all come into chaturanga for one round of inhale. And then on the exhale, we come into plank, downward facing dog. So yes, you're probably guessing where I'm going with this. We're gonna do 10 of these. That's why it's called core yoga. So we're gonna go inhale to plank, exhale chaturanga, push up, inhale, downward facing dog. Back to plank, exhale, push it down and back. Downward facing dog. Plank, chaturanga, plank, down dog. So let's keep going at this at your own pace. If you've done 3 of these and you're thinking, I cannot go any further, then you're gonna bring your knees down and you're gonna do this with your knees down. All right? Otherwise, I recommend that we do 4 more. Come on. We can all do it. Ecuador, Nairobi, New York, Águilas, Madrid, Houston, All my students and my friends over there, come on, we can do this. Yes, one more. All right, downward facing dog. Bring your knees down, knees as wide as the mat. And child's pose. Bring your forehead onto the ground. Let your hips go towards the back, releasing closer to your heels. Take a deep inhale. Catching a breath. Body scanning, noticing already what's going on with your breath, what's going on with the heat in your body. Noticing all the energy that's already stirring up, and noticing also all of a sudden your arms. Can you feel your biceps already? Like, yes, we are working on those. Biceps, triceps, shoulders. All right, so back up onto downward facing dog. And we're gonna look forward between the hands and start walking the feet towards the front of the mat. All right, so bend the knees a little or a lot. Release the back, release the neck. For a few rounds of breath, just let it all down. Surrender to the power of gravity. And then grab opposite elbows. You can straighten maybe one leg and then the other. Finding some stretches, finding some juicy stretches into the back of your legs. But I recommend you don't lock your knees. So always keep your knees a little bit bent here. That helps us to release. All right, let go of the crossing of the hands, keeping your knees bent, please, to protect your back. We're gonna roll up into Tadasana, mountain pose. So this is what Tadasana mountain pose looks like. We are placing our hands towards the front. We're really broadening the shoulders, broadening the heart. All right. So this is Tadasana. The feet are as wide as your hip bones. Lengthen your neck. Feel strong like a mountain. This is mountain pose. From here, we're going to start Surya Namaskar A. Sun Salutation A. Yes, are you ready? All right, let's do this. So inhale your hands up high, prayer Urdhva Hastasana, navel to spine, gaze up. Exhale, bring the prayer down through the midline, hands to the floor or Shin Uttanasana. Inhale to a flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bring the left leg back, then the other leg back. We are in plank, and we're going to bring knees, chest, chin, slide forward, baby cobra. Baby cobra, opening the chest, opening the neck, lengthening the neck, and then lift your hands. This is like half lizard, baby cobra. Can you lift your neck, straighten your neck a little bit more while broadening the shoulders? One more cycle of breath here. Navel to spine. And then exhale, bring the head down, untuck your toes, push yourself up, and downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Bring the right foot between your hands, the left foot to meet it. We are in a flat back. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, high prayer. Exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. All right, so we're going slowly. Let's do the other side. Inhale, high prayer, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, hands to the floor, shins or blocks. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, bring the left foot, then the right foot, high plank, knees, chest and chin, slide forward, baby cobra, lift the hands, lengthen the neck, deep inhale. Exhale, hands down, tuck your toes, push yourself up into plank, then downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale with me. And exhale. On the next inhale, left leg comes up, three-legged dog. Then bring the foot between the hands, the right foot to meet it into a flat back. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, Tadasana mountain pose. All right, so let's go for Surya B, chair pose. So inhale, hands up, arms up, framing the head as we start bringing the seat down. Now, what I'd like to do, at least for this class, is that we look down and see if we can still see our toes. If we're completely like this, that's not bad, but I want us to bring our knees a little bit further back so that we can work the thighs, the quads a little bit more. We're going to hold it for 5 cycles of breath. Can you frame your head with your arms? Look. You're bringing your gaze in the space between your hands. Can you lower your seat a little bit more? Navel to spine to protect your back. And one more inhale. Exhale, hands down, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, step or jump. If you are to the back, if you're gonna jump, please land in chaturanga, all right? So step or jump to the back, chaturanga. Back bend of choice if you're ready for an upward facing dog, otherwise baby cobra. Oh, externally rotate your shoulders. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 cycles of breath here. So let me just say something about upward facing dog. I noticed that a lot of people, they go through it as quickly as they can because it's tight, because it doesn't feel good. But whatever the case is, there is a purpose to including upward facing dog in vinyasa, and that's because it's a back bend. But a lot of us have back issues, so one way to protect our lower backs when we're doing upward facing dog is to bring the navel to spine. And if it still hurts, don't do it. Just do baby cobra. All right, enough talking. Look between the hands, bend your knees, step or jump to the front of the mat. Landing into a flat back inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to chair pose. We're gonna hold it for another 5 rounds of breath. Close your eyes. Can you lower your seat a little bit more? Gaze between the hands. 2 more breaths here. Navel to spine. And release, hands down, Tadasana mountain pose. Close your eyes, lengthen your neck, navel to spine. Palms face forward. Body scan. What's your breath like? Are you sweating yet? Are you warm? How different is this now than when we first started the class? All right, let's keep going. So hands up, high prayer. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, step or jump to the back of the mat, landing in chaturanga, upward facing, downward facing dog. All right, so we are going to do a little bit more core. So look at the screen. We're going to lift our left legs just so you can see me. 3-legged dog, really pushing away, activating the back leg, flexing the foot. You are going to bring the left knee to the left tricep. And we're going to do 10 of these. All right, so this is what it looks like. We're coming into a plank with the knee to tricep. Yeah? And then back to 3-legged dog. Ready? We're going to do 10 of these. Let's do this. For 1, 3-legged dog. Land the 3-legged dog. And then 2. And 3. Using the breath. 4. Full inhales. And 5. Breathing through the nose. And 6. Can you bring the knee higher? And 7. And 8. You got this. And 9. Come on. And 10. Keep the knee to the tricep. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place the foot on the mat. All right? And we're going to slowly coming up into high lunge. High lunge means we keep the front knee, trying at least to keep it at 90 degrees, and the back leg straight. So we're getting a major hip flexor stretch on the right side as we square the hips towards the front. Then the arms expand towards the skies actively. Fingers are active. Can you lower your seat? All right, you signed up for core yoga. You got this. We're gonna transition to one leg stand, knee to chest. So if you need to look at the screen, this is what it looks like. Take a deep inhale. And then on the exhale, using my balance and my core, I bring the knee to the chest. Yes, holding the balance is difficult. All right, holding the knee, then slowly landing it back to high lunge. All right, this requires a lot of balance and core, so let's do 5 of these. Are you ready? So let's do 4, 1. I lost it. And coming back. And 2. And 3. You can do this. And 4. And 5. Last one. Yes. From here, let go of the knee, bring the hands to prayer, and we slowly go into warrior 3. So pivot forward, extend the right leg back, foot is flexed. All right. Can you square the hips to the mat? Can you open up your chest? Can you lengthen the neck? And we're gonna land it into high lunge once again. Take a deep inhale. Yes, your left leg is burning. And then on the exhale, bring the hands down, bring the right foot back, bring the knees down. Well-deserved child's pose. Are you guys sweating yet? Forehead to the floor. Stay there in child's pose. Tuning in, close your eyes. Notice what's going on. What's your thought process when things get hard? 2 more cycles of breath here in child's pose. And let me just say that we use breath not just to tune in, but because it guides us through the movement. When it gets really hard, when it gets tough, when our bodies are challenged, if we stop breathing, it becomes so much more challenging. So it's good to program ourselves when we have a yoga practice, an asana practice, to continue breathing deeply, especially when it gets tough. All right. So from child's pose, you're gonna come into tabletop and then extend the legs backwards into high plank, downward facing dog. Yes, we have the other side, people. Nairobi, Ecuador, New York, are you guys ready? Lifting the right leg, 3-legged dog, really pushing away. Can you straighten the right leg a little bit more? Can you flex that foot a little bit more? Active 3-legged dog. We're gonna bring the right knee to the right tricep. Are you guys ready? We're gonna do 10 of these. Ready, and 4, 1. Landing the 3-legged dog. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. Come on, you got this. And 6. And 7. And 8. And 9. Using the breath. And 10. Holding it. Knee to tricep for 5, 4, 3. Push down. 2, 1. Bring the foot between the hands. Low lunge. Start bringing the gaze up as we rise up, using the core into high lunge. You already know the drill, so you know what's coming. All right, let's catch our breath here. Lowering our seat, activating the back leg, deepening the stretch on the left side hip flexor and psoas muscle. Hold it here for one more breath. Yes. And now we're gonna come on to balance, standing on the right leg, ready, knee to chest, so ready, and go for 1, hold that balance, landing it back to high lunge, inhale deeply, and exhale, foot forward, knee up, and for 2, coming for 3, grabbing the knee, finding the balance, and back, and 4, you can do this. Breathing through the nose if you can, and 5, and here, and the last one. We actually did a 6th. Release the hand, bring the hands to prayer, and then slowly pivot forward into warrior 3. So as you hinge forward, extend the left leg backwards, flexing the left foot. Can you square the hips? All right. And then slowly landing into high lunge. Yes, we did it. Bring the hands down, bring the right foot back, and then lower your knees for child's pose. How's it going, guys? Guys and gals, y'all. So lift your elbows here as you keep breathing. Lift your elbows so you're really pushing down with all 10 fingers. With the palm of your hands, you're pushing down and away, bringing your hips closer to your heels. So this is an active child's pose. Catching your breath here. Yes, your legs are burning, aren't they? All right, so we're gonna come back onto hands and knees, and we're actually gonna go onto our backs. All right, so find a way to roll on the floor on your backs. So here we are going to do a series of Navasana. That means boat pose. So let's take a deep inhale together, tuning in, finding ourselves in this new posture, looking towards the sky. All right, we're gonna bend the knees, plant the feet. Okay, and from here we have several options. So option number 1, which is kind of the easier option, is we're going to extend the hands forward and then lift the shoulders. The neck is still long, all right? So yeah, the chin can be tucked in a little bit, but the neck still feels long. And so this is just the first level. And then the second level is actually to come up a little bit higher. Yeah. Third level is to bring your shins on tabletop. 4th level is the full Navasana. And if you're coming into half Navasana or full Navasana, our chest is open. This is the most important part to protect your lower back. So we're going to hold this for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, you got this, 2, open the chest, 1, and bring the feet down, slowly roll down, roll over onto our bellies, Sphinx. We're gonna stretch the abdominal muscles that we just worked. So basically we extend the legs, we point our toes, and then bringing shoulders over elbows, the arms, the forearms, hands are pushing down. And then we broaden the chest, we lengthen the neck. And now start feeling how, as you do this, it's stretching your abdominal muscles. If your lower back, only if your lower back is okay, you can straighten your arms to feel more of a back bend, but also more of an abdominal muscle stretch, lifting the gaze. I personally do not love this, but I offer it because some people do. All right, let's roll back onto our backs. Let's go for a second variation of Navasana. So these are pike ups. If for whatever reason they do not work for you, you can still come into this position, which is totally good, and you just hold it. Breathing in and out, all right? So pike ups basically could mean that we come into more of a vertical line with our chest. We lift our feet, and then we're gonna lower down to half boat, which is this, and then pike up. So we're gonna do this 10 times. Are you ready? Come on, ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4. Neck is long. 5. Breathe. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And release. Coming back onto Sphinx. Shoulders over elbows. Pushing down. Stretching your abdominal muscles. The importance of stretching the abdominal muscles is rarely talked about. I learned this from gymnastics back at home in Madrid in Spain, where I grew up. And our coach Trudy would always remind us to stretch the abdominal muscles. Come on, 1 deep inhale here. And exhale, coming back onto our backs. All right, the third type of boat, because this is core class. All right, so this is also known in workout and Pilates classes like twisted crunches. So basically you're going to lift your head, place your hands behind your head to protect the neck, all right? And then we're going to bring the knees up, shins as tabletop, and then we're gonna bring the right elbow to the left knee as we extend the other leg. So this is what it looks like that. Yeah, got it? All right, so we're gonna do 10 of each. So 10 of both sides. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, breathe, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You got it. All right, release the head. Roll over onto our bellies again. Sphinx or extended Sphinx, wherever you are. Stretching those abdominal muscles, pressing down with your elbows to help you with the stretch, lengthening the neck. Close your eyes. Notice the work that you've been doing. All right, and we roll over onto our backs once again. All right, so we've done some core, we've worked our backs, we've worked our legs, we've worked our front, we've done chaturanga push-ups, so our upper body is good, but our glutes not so good yet. So, yes, we're gonna go. All right, on to the next one, bridge. So bring your heels closer towards you so that you can touch them with the tip of your fingers. And then we're gonna start contracting navel to spine to protect the back. Start lifting your hips. The neck stays very long. All right, so we're not tucking the chin in. So keep lifting your hips higher. And then if you want, and it feels good, you can clasp your hands behind your back. That means that you can also bring your shoulders in, the external part of the shoulders, and use those external part of the shoulder to push down. That's gonna help you to lift your hips and your chest a little bit higher. From here, this part is optional. We're gonna lift our right leg, point the toes towards the ceiling, and lift your butt a little bit higher. Can you breathe? Keep bringing the hips up. One more breath here. Bend the knee, bring the foot down. Let's do the left leg. Lift the knee, lift the leg. Use those shoulders to push down. Lift your hips a little higher for 2 rounds of breath. Breathing deeply. You can do this. Bring the foot down, unclasp the hands, release the shoulders, and then come down vertebra by vertebra. Very mindfully. Feels good when your waist comes down, doesn't it? All right. So we're gonna start winding down. We're gonna bring our feet as wide as the mat. That means like a few inches wider than your hips. And then we're going to let the knees kind of collapse against each other. This is going to release part of the waist, the glutes, part of the lower back actually. Breathe into your belly. Breathe into your internal organs. Let your diaphragm massage you from inside. And now we're going to let our knees, just as the feet don't move, but we just let the knees fall towards the right side. And we're just mindful that the upper body didn't shift. All right, so the chest and the shoulders are very much grounded. As we just release, exhale. You can exhale through your mouth. And all of a sudden, let gravity just pull you down with this gentle twist. This is an effortless twist. Releasing the belly, releasing the pelvic floor. Release your jaw, your tongue, your forehead. And then shift to the neutral, bring the knees up, and then let the knees fall towards the left. Same idea. Deep inhale. And side out. On the exhale, really letting everything relax. Take your time to notice body scan, sensations in your body. Notice if your breath has started to slow down. And then coming back into neutral, bring your knees up towards the sky. And then windshield wiper the knees very slowly, no momentum. This is a mindful windshield wiper. Side to side, releasing any last tension that might have accumulated in your lower back and your hips. Noticing if you can breathe a little bit more clearly now after this core workout. Is your breath through your nose a little bit lighter or fresher, possibly? If not, it's totally okay. All right, bring your knees to neutral, and we're gonna bring knees to chest. Grab outside the knees, and then pull gently. Start noticing what happens with your lower back as you bring your knees closer towards your shoulders. Yes, the hip bones are probably lifted by now, and that's why we're getting a lumbar spine stretch doing this. And then release the knees a little bit and then go into circles in one direction, massaging the lower back, changing the direction of the circles, making the circles maybe a little bit bigger to cover more area, possibly covering the glutes in the massage area. All right, and slowly start to bring the feet down. Extend the feet on the mat. Shavasana. Corpse pose. So let's all close our eyes. All right, so you can practice at any time. So I wish you a beautiful day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you still have not said hello to me through the group chat, please do. Otherwise, I will log off in a few minutes. So thank you all for joining me today. Namaste.